Quick question. Have you ever wondered how your phone knows you're angry when you type "I'm fine" in all caps? Or how Google finishes your sentence before you even type it? Or how ChatGPT can write you an essay that sounds, well, human? Here's the crazy part. Computers don't actually speak English, Spanish, or any human language. To a computer, language is just a bunch of random symbols, like trying to read a book when you don't know the alphabet. So how does AI translate your messy, emotional, sarcastic, sometimes grammatically incorrect sentences into something it can understand? The answer is natural language processing, or NLP for short. And it's the secret technology behind almost every AI you interact with today. By the end of this video, you'll understand how AI goes from seeing LOL or so funny to actually getting what that means. And trust me, the way it works will blow your mind. Let's dive in. Hit that subscribe button. Part 1, the language barrier first. Let's talk about why human language is so hard for computers. Think about this sentence. I saw her duck. Simple, right? But what does it mean? Did I see a duck that belongs to her? This case, it's a bird. Did I see her duck down to avoid something? You are right here, it's the action. You probably figured it out from context instantly. But a computer? It sees 5 random words with 0 context. Or how about this? That movie was sick. Is the movie diseased? Definitely not. Was it really good? Probably. But wait. In a different context, sick could mean disturbing or gross. Humans handle this complexity effortlessly because we understand. For example, context means what came before and after. Tone could mean sarcasm, emotion, emphasis. Culture could mean slang, idioms, references. Intent could mean what the speaker actually wants. But for computers, they see letters and spaces, that's it. So natural language processing is the technology bridge that helps computers understand human language despite all this messiness. Part 2. Teaching computers from the start, like ABCs. All right, so how do we teach a computer to understand language? It happens in stages, kind of like how you learn to read as a kid. Stage 1, tokenization, breaking it down. First, the computer breaks text into chunks called tokens, usually words, but sometimes parts of words. I love pizza becomes I love pizza. Seems simple, but what about don't, or New York, or the computer needs rules for all of this. Stage 2. Word embeddings. Here's where it gets wild. The computer needs to understand that happy and joyful are similar, but happy and sad are opposites. So engineers invented something called word embeddings. Basically, each word gets converted into a list of numbers that represents its meaning. Think of it like coordinates on a map. King might be at coordinates 0.2, 0.8, 0.5. Queen might be at 0.3, 0.8, 0.4, very close to king. Pizza might be at 0.7, 0.1, 0.9, far from royalty. Words with similar meanings cluster together in this mathematical space. And here's the mind-blowing part. You can do math with words. King, man plus woman equals queen, approximately. The computer learned this just by reading millions of sentences and noticing patterns in how words appear together. Stage 3. Understanding grammar and structure. Let me explain. The AI needs to understand that dog bites man is very different from man bites dog, even though they are the same words. So NLP systems analyze sentence structure. What's the subject? Who's doing the action? What's the verb? What's happening? What's the object? Who's receiving the action? Modern AI uses something called transformers. Yes, like the movies, but way cooler. These are neural networks that can look at entire sentences at once and understand how every word relates to every other word. Part 3. The magic of context. Now we get to the really impressive part, how AI understands context. Let's say you type, "The bank is closed." Is this about a financial institution? Bank of America? A riverbank? Sitting by the river? The AI needs to look at surrounding sentences. I need to deposit money. The bank is closed. Based on these 2 sentences, it concludes bank as a financial institution. We sat by the water. The bank is closed to visitors. This case, it concludes here, bank means riverbank. This is where transformers shine. Traditional AI would read your sentence word by word, like reading with a flashlight in the dark, only seeing one word at a time. Transformers? They light up the whole room. They look at every word simultaneously and understand how they all connect. When you type it in a sentence, transformers know what it refers to by analyzing everything that came before. When you use sarcasm, transformers detect it by noticing patterns like, oh great, another Monday appearing in negative contexts across millions of examples. Real example? Autocomplete. When you type, I'm going to your phone predicts, store. Gym, if you text about fitness a lot. Airport, if you mention travel recently, it's analyzing. Statistical patterns, what words usually come next. Your personal history, what you usually say. Current context, what this conversation is about. All of this happens in milliseconds. Part 4, NLP in the wild. Let's look at where NLP is working behind the scenes right now. 1. Sentiment analysis. Companies scan thousands of social media posts to gauge how people feel about their products. This phone is amazing. Positive sentiment. Ugh, this phone is okay, I guess. Negative, neutral, the ugh gives it away. The AI learned that certain words, punctuation, and even emoji signal emotion. 2. Machine translation. Google Translate uses NLP to convert between 100+ languages, but it's not word-for-word replacement. That would be terrible. French, je ne sais quoi. Word for word in English can be, I not know what. Actual meaning, a certain something, intangible quality. NLP understands idioms and cultural context, not just vocabulary. 3. Chatbots and virtual assistants. When you ask Siri, what's the weather like? NLP identifies your intent. You want weather information. Extracts important info, location, time, ignores filler words, like, you know. Even if you say, is it gonna rain today? Or, should I bring an umbrella? The AI knows you're asking the same thing. 4. Content moderation, CHAN. Social media platforms use NLP to detect hate speech, even with creative misspellings like hate, spam, patterns in suspicious messages, misinformation, comparing claims against known facts. Though this is far from perfect, context is hard. 5. Autocorrect and grammar checking. When you type, they're going to the store, NLP knows. There should be there, context analysis. To should be to, grammar rules. It's not just spell checking, it understands meaning. Part 5. The limits and future. Now, as amazing as NLP is, it's not perfect. Let's talk about where it struggles. Problem 1, nuance and sarcasm. Yeah, right, because that'll totally work. Humans get the sarcasm instantly. AI, it's getting better but still trips up often. Problem 2, cultural context. Slang evolves fast. What's lit today might be cringe tomorrow. AI trained on old data misses new meanings. Problem 3, ambiguity. Time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana. The first flies is a verb, the second flies is a noun. Good luck, AI. Problem 4, common sense. I poured water from the bottle into the cup until it was full. What was full? The bottle or the cup? You know it's the cup. But AI needs to learn this through millions of examples because it doesn't have real-world experience. The future. Researchers are working on few-shot learning, AI that understands new concepts from just a few examples, multilingual models, one AI that speaks every language, reasoning systems, AI that actually thinks through problems, not just pattern matches. Grounded language, connecting language to real-world knowledge, knowing that ice is cold physically, not just as words. The goal? AI that doesn't just process language, but truly understands it like humans do. Part 6. Your role in the NLP world. So why should you care about NLP? Because every time you text, search, or talk to AI, you're training it. Your corrections to autocorrect, teaching it, your interactions with chatbots, training data. Here's what you can do. 1. Be aware. When AI misunderstands you, it reveals the system's limitations. 2. Be clear. Help AI help you by being specific in searches and queries. Be critical. Don't assume AI understands context like humans do. Verify important information. 4. Be curious. Experiment. Try different ways of phrasing things and see how AI responds. NLP is evolving every day. 5 years ago, AI couldn't write a coherent paragraph. Today, it's writing essays, poetry, and code. The barrier between human communication and machine understanding is dissolving before our eyes. So there you have it. Natural language processing, the invisible technology that lets you talk to computers like they're your friends. From tokenization to transformers, from word embeddings to sentiment analysis, now you know how AI bridges the gap between human messiness and computer precision. Next time autocorrect fixes your typo or ChatGPT answers your question, you'll know there's an entire universe of mathematical magic happening behind the scenes. If you found this fascinating, smash that subscribe button. Drop a comment with the weirdest thing autocorrect ever changed for you. And remember, every word you type is teaching AI to understand us a little bit better. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.